Hello, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whichever part of the world you're viewing from, and welcome to your fortnightly edition of Collective Consciousness, streaming live to you via Spiritual Psychics TV on Facebook and YouTube. It's great to have your company here with us at the channel. Please do let us know where indeed you are watching from, what part of the world. Pop up your name, pop up a comment. Please do engage with us so that we can give you a shout out. As I have said, we are streaming live. There is approximately a 10 to 15 second time delay when you place your comments to us receiving and vice versa. So patience is a virtue on both sides. For all you lovely regular viewers who join every fortnight, you know what I'm going to say next. Please do share Spiritual Psychics TV out there to all your personal pages, and indeed any spiritual pages you feel that this show may be of relevance to. We don't want to end up in Bridgend's laundrette Facebook page. However, guys, spiritual pages and your own personal pages only. And also, do tag family members and friends. Do let them know that we're live. Encourage them to come and join us, and let's see if we can reach as many people as we possibly can. If you are a first-time viewer and you are joining for the very first time here today, welcome to one and all. Collective Consciousness is generally a show that is purely dedicated to mediumship, where I share the virtual platform with a guest medium every fortnight. However, this evening will be slightly different because my scheduled guest is unable to join us. So it's just me, myself, and I this evening. So I thought what I would do, as well as giving you some mediumistic messages, I will work psychically with some of you using some tools. And what I mean by tools are my oracle cards, and that will be a psychic blend that I will be connecting to some of you lovelies that are joining here this evening. So producer Richard, who is it that we have joining us here this evening? Please pop some names up so I can say hello to some of our lovely guests. We've got Tainita, who joins via YouTube, saying heya to you. Thank you for joining. Tracy Honey is saying good evening, everybody, and she is also joining via YouTube. Good evening to you, Tracy. Thank you for holding space. Mandy Martin is saying hello, and she is joining via Facebook. Good evening to you. Native Dreamcatcher, love that image there, is saying hello, and Marcel Higgins is saying hello, also joining via Facebook. Good evening to you, Marcel. Thank you for holding space. Tracy Brown also joins via Facebook, saying hiya, Bill. Hiya to you, Tracy. Thank you for being here. Really do appreciate it. And Crafty, Tracy Card Making and Crafts, is saying hi from Cheam in Surrey, not too far away from where I live there, Tracy. So you are welcome to this evening's live, and thank you for holding space. And Tracy joins us via YouTube there, guys. Mandy Johnson, you are a first-time viewer joining via Facebook. You are very welcome. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy this evening's show. We've also got Kerry Thorley. It sounds lovely, Bill. Looking forward to seeing you work. Well, thank you very much, Kerry, for holding space. And Tainita, who joins via South Africa. How amazing. So we're reaching lots of different countries, because I can see that you're popping them up now in the comments. Anne Billis, you are watching via Australia. Good morning to you. I believe the lovely Linda Wallace joins us on Facebook from Croydon in Surrey, my neck of the woods. Good evening to you, Linda. Thank you for being here. Native Dreamcatcher. Ah, that's my real Dreamcatcher, 4 foot by 3 foot, handmade from Native American Indian. How wonderful is that? Thank you for sharing that with us, Native Dreamcatcher. Beautiful. Cindy Wright, first time too, from the borders. Well, you are very welcome, Cindy. You are joining via Facebook. It's great to have your company. Thank you for holding space and being here with us. Ben Davis, you are joining via Facebook, and you are watching from Leicester. How amazing. So it's great that we've got lots of you joining here this evening, guys. Kelly Coombs is also joining via Facebook, and it's your first time visiting also. Well, you are very, very welcome. Thank you for being here. Michelle, you are sending love and light from New Jersey, just across the pond. Well, welcome to you, Michelle, and thank you for holding space. And Lillian Summers is another first-time viewer who's joining via Facebook. So this is wonderful. We've got lots of lovely first-time viewers, which is always refreshing to see. Misty Pearl is also joining for the first time. Welcome to you, Misty. And indeed to all of you beautiful regulars that join every 2 weeks. I appreciate, and so does producer Richard, your time and energy sharing space here with us at SPTV. Donna Eden, you are joining via from the US of A via Facebook. I'm getting tongue-tied. We know what that means, don't we, everybody? What we're going to do here, guys, especially for the first-time viewers that are joining, I get producer Richard to randomise your comments, and it's your names, your profile picture, that I get drawn to with regards to wanting to connect a communication link from the world of spirit. But also, as I've said to you guys, because this evening is slightly different and I don't have a guest medium to join me here, I will be making some psychic link connections. So if you are open to having a card reading, then please, by all means, pop that up in the comments that you're open, psychic, and then that will just draw me to you again with regards to offering a reading and sending it your way. Pauline Lynn Taylor, good evening to you, my lovely. You are joining via Facebook. We appreciate you being here and holding space. So producer Richard, would you please randomise the comments, because I'm running out of breath. We've got the lovely clairvoyant Clifford Fennell who joins. Good evening to you, Claire. You're joining us via Facebook. Mandy Martin is saying yes, please. Jessica Vernon is also open to a psychic reading. Tainita, I would love a message from a past loved one. Leanne Puck. I'm not doing a meditation, producer Richard. I'm just getting into my zone, and now you've gone and broken it. What's all that about? Keep them comments rolling. I tell you, everybody, I'm going to have problems with him here tonight. Jessica Wynn, I would love a card reading from you, Bill Hughes. Let's stay with lovely Jessica Wynn, because I do feel compelled that I want to connect with her on a psychic link vibration. Jessica, I am going to use the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck of cards to make this connection with you here this evening. Now, for those of you that have maybe not seen me work with cards before, I go on images, I go on words, I go on colour, I go with whatever it is that I feel compelled to share with you. And it's me blending my energies with you, making a psychic link connection. Sometimes spirit do decide to nip in and have a bit of a conversation, and if they do, then hey ho, we go with the flow. But my intention at this moment in time, Jessica, is to connect with you psychically. Okay, so the card that's come out of the pack for you is a Horseman, Herald of Change. Let me just hold that there for a moment, just so that you can get a good look at that. Now, this is all about, for me, as I tap into this card direction, this is all about you getting focus and clarity with regards to moving forwards. I don't want to say that there's been a sense of stagnancy around you, but I do feel as though we need to move away from situation or circumstance that no longer serves any purpose here to you. There's a beautiful essence of yellow light that just surrounds that horse and that figure sat upon it. And I depict that figure to be you. Yellow for me as a colour always brings in that connection with regards to upliftment and wanting to surround you somewhat with upliftment at this moment in time. There's also a sense of me just being drawn to the clouds that just sit behind the figure on the back of the horse there again, who I'm depicting to be you, with regards to wanting to say to you, we need to get our head out of them at this moment in time. For me, I feel as I just blend in with you psychically, we allow the mind to wander, we allow it to go to places where it doesn't need to go. you would understand. Daydreaming, but obviously living within that sense of that dream, because we want to manifest at the same time. So I feel that I've got a great sense of connecting somebody who puts out to the universe just exactly what it is that you want to come back, what you would like to receive. You're in the process of moving right now. Absolutely fantastic. So we've got that sense and direction of embracing that change. There is, however, within that card there, as you've said about moving there, Jessica, there's that solid ground here. There's that openness that just connects within this card also. So I do feel as though I want a sense of there being a lot more green outdoor space surrounding my home, or indeed to be near to my home, where I can get a good sense of grounding one's self as well, because I feel, as I'm blending in with you a little bit more so now, that I do have a great understanding with regards to connecting somebody who has a sense of understanding about spirituality, about psychic awareness as well, you would understand, and the realms of spirit. And I feel that this move will actually take you into the direction with regards to those openings or those opportunities that you've been looking for with regards to going into a deeper understanding, or indeed more learnings, you would understand. So please do let me know. Continue to converse with me as I'm relaying all of this information to you, my lovely, because it just helps me move forward with the vein of your message there as well. Now, there's 30 that just sits within the card there just at the top, but I want to remove that 0 and I want to just work on the number 3. Now, when I work with numbers that fall between 1 and 12, I always relate them to the months of the year. So 3 would take me into the month of March, that I want to make a connection with you that would identify to a birthday, anniversary, or passing that is of significance. You have been thinking of the past few years and wishing I had made a few decisions differently, ground myself every single day. Absolutely perfect. So there is this sense, as I say, within this card, that it just takes me to where you need to be at this moment in time with regards to being able to make those right connections to Mother Earth and all of the offerings that just sit around us so freely that most of us take for granted. And with that, my lovely, I feel that I'm going to wrap your message up and bring that to a close, and just hope that that totally relates and you can take every piece of information that it is that I've shared there with you this evening. I will wait for the remainder of your feedback. It's really important to make sure that what it is I've picked up on relates to you. But I will say for this moment in time, Jessica Wynne, God bless you. Thank you so much for allowing me to make this connection with you this evening, and for you to be my first read. How lovely was that, producer Richard C? I tell you guys, he's being really naughty here this evening. Producer Richard, whilst we're waiting on the feedback from Jessica, would you just continue to randomise the comments there? Oh, here we go. March, I'm not sure, but I absolutely can relate to the rest of it. Absolutely perfect. Then hold March then, Jessica, as we are making this psychic link connection, and hold that close to your heart with regards to this future moving forwards. Don't forget, we've spoken about that, and thank you so much for giving me the feedback there. God bless. Okie dokie. We've got Stephanie Louise Barnett, who joins via Facebook. Good evening to you, Stephanie. Thank you for being here. Emma Gamble. Hello there, Emma. Thank you so much for holding space. You're joining via Facebook. Alicia, Jane, hello, Bill and Richard. I hope you're both well. We are absolutely fab. Thank you, my darling. Lisa Sears, she's placing up lots of yellow love hearts. I'm going back to Lisa Sears. Yes, please, Lisa Sears. I want to work with Lisa Sears. I felt as soon as I saw Lisa's name just pop up there, I immediately just want to come into a connection of bringing two lovely souls forward for discussion here this evening. And I do want to talk about Nan and Grandad. I feel as though I want to go on to Mum's side of the family with Nan and Grandad. They would have been a partnership. They're not grandparents from two different sides of the family. I'm as I tap in and I feel more so into this message. And Lisa, first of all, I feel that I need to allow Nan to step forward and make the connection first of all, because she would have been the speaker, she would have been the one that was somewhat a little bit more vocal than Grandad, because he's quite happy just to step back at this moment in time and to allow her to go forwards with regards to relaying message here for you this evening, my darling. I get a great sense that as she blends with me, first thing that I want to talk about with you is a sense of tapping into one's confidence. Oh, what was that noise, Richard? Apologies, guys, a few technical issues. I want to go into a sense of understanding confidence, or placing confidence as something that needs to be discussed and brought to the forefront of your mind here this evening, okay? Because I know that as she joins with me, she gives me an understanding about how confident she was as an individual when she would have been here earthside, and she's no different now that she's passed to spirit, let me tell you that. She does give me a great sense, God love her though, as she just starts to give me an unfoldment and understanding with regards to the story of her earthly life. I know that before she transitions spirit side, God love her, she does give me that sense of diminishment. She does give me that sense of fatigue, as spirit often do, with regards to making me be aware and conscious of how their process and their journey was leading up to going spirit side there. So there was an illness, there was a condition. Actually, I feel as though I need to say there were conditions, because as I was going to say conditions, she almost jumped in, stopped me within my trail of thought and put an S onto the end of that. Yes, that is spot on with the confidence, absolutely. You would also understand that with her as well, as she unfolds the story of her life, she makes me understand that she would have had to have stood within her own confidence, because I feel as though I'm outnumbered by male members of the family where Nan was concerned. So there must have been a lot more of a dominant force of gents around her, and she would have naturally have had to have learned to have grown her backbone and stood up for herself, you would understand. But as she gives and feeds that information to me, I feel that this is relevant to want to talk to you with regards to standing your own ground with your own backbone, with regards to male dominance at this moment in time as well, please, my lovely. So do let me know if that relates with you and you understand what it is that she means by sharing that. Yes, lots of conditions also, absolutely. And you would also understand about that fragility as well, please, Lisa, to her frame, because she just makes me feel as though, because I don't want to put her on the large side of life by any means anyways. She had 5 brothers, perfect, so that's why she would have had to have grown that backbone. I don't want to, you know, I feel with her that the reason why she just shares it the way that she does is because she wants you, okay, I'm deviating. I'm going back, first of all, because she would have run the show, as you know. And she's saying to me, you didn't finish off what you were saying. Sorry, Nan. The fragility. I'm not placing her on the large side of life. I'm getting told off by her, God love her. Look, she's making me break out in a sweat as well. I'm not placing her on the large side of life, but there was this fragility to her stature that she just wants to make evident, especially towards those later stages of her earthly life. But it's really important for me to say to you that I'm not like that now that I've gone spirit side. So somebody's been worrying about that, or that's been playing on somebody's mind. That's been sitting with them for far too long, she makes me understand. We need to disperse that thought now. That thought now. She's quite direct, wasn't she, Nan, with regards to giving information. Now, Grandad, however, he makes me feel that if he was any more laid back, he would have slowed down naturally anyway, because he just gives me a sense of just wanting to be sat in his armchair here at this moment in time. I feel I've got like a foot puff or a footstool where he's putting his feet up. And do you know what? He was weighted on hand and foot. Naturally weighted on hand and foot. He had a very good life. He was a hard-working man, though. You know what? And he deserved to be treated this way. He makes me feel that I want to share here. And I don't know if this is the dynamics of his character, of his jovialness that he just wants to share. But again, please let me know if you understand why he's working in the context he is. You definitely have my Nan, haha, telling you off. Yeah, I wouldn't get on the wrong side of her. either by any means there as well. I also know with Grandad, he just wants to sit with his shirt open. He wants to show me his vest underneath. I feel I would have worn my vest all year round, even throughout the summer months with him. Grandad was quiet and very laid back, absolutely. Can you also understand as well that there would have been a sense of him being a smoker as well? Because I keep getting a sense of cigarette smoke just being placed underneath my nose as he's working with me as well. Or was this relatable with regards to wanting to connect this to his condition of passing as well? Yes, he always wore a white vest. Yeah, absolutely. I know that. He was just showing that to me there. And can you also understand as well that, you know what, I get a great sense with him that he's, although he would have had this shyness, although he would have been somewhat of a quiet gentleman, you know what? He had the gift of the gab, and he makes me feel and understand that it was this that actually got him through life with regards to earning the pennies as well, please. Again, let me know if that makes sense. I'm getting a bit tongue-tied with him as well, so I feel I need to acknowledge that there would have been some type of issue with regards to him getting his words out or process with regards to speaking. And again, I want to sit that at the later stages of his earthly life before he transitioned spirit side. Yes, he was a smoker. Thank you very much for confirming that there as well. Can you also understand as well, Lisa, that he would have worn trouser braces, not belts, trouser braces, because he just places that over my shoulders and starts to clip that onto my own waistband as he's sharing that information there with me as well. And also, I need to be talking about, okay, my friend, I also need to be talking about, there's a tattoo that's in the making at this moment in time, and I feel as though this is to unify and get a great sense of wanting to bring Nan and Grandad together. I don't know if this is with you, or indeed if this sits within the generation below you, you would understand. But it's almost like I want to entwine and bring the two of them together in one piece of artistry. And again, please do let me know if this sits well with you. Yes, he always wore braces. Perfect, because he was just doing like a bit of a rock-on Tommy effect with me there as well. So he must have loved watching all of those old-fashioned sitcoms there that he just shares within my mindset. I know as well that I feel that I want to talk about Dusty Bin and 3-2-1. So again, he takes my mind into the 80s where they would have been significant points or times of memories shared with regards to just sitting as a family around and watching all of the game shows on television. And I even want to go as far as sharing bowls of crisps as well, almost like having a crisp night. Tattoo is your mum's. Perfect, thank you. I knew that there's a sense of just acknowledging that and liking the thought of that as well. You would understand there, please, my lovely. So just before I send these beautiful souls back off up to the angels, if you're happy with your message here this evening, my lovely, I just want to see if I can get somewhat of a parting gift to leave you with, whether that be something that was exchanged within the physical, or indeed if it's something symbolic that they just want to place within my mindset. Can you please also understand about the significance of the planting of a tree? Now, when I'm talking about planting of a tree, he's taken my mindset to fruit that we would eat. So apples and pears, apples and pears. He keeps saying to me, apples and pears. I want to be slicing this, and I want to be growing those seeds and planting my own tree from what it is that I've grown from the fruit that I've purchased. Because he just wants to leave that somewhat as a gift with you. And I know that as I just tap into that symbolically, as well as Nan just steps forward to help me with that part of the information, I know that I just want to say to you, stay firm to your roots, stay firm to your beliefs. As a tree, the branches spread off in many different directions, but they always have the option to come back into that center. So whatever this means, yes, that's all good memories with them in the 80s when I was little. Perfect. I was deviating. These branches can come back into the main structure, back into the center. So whatever it is that you feel that you've gone on somewhat of a bit of a disbursement within life, or you're being taken in a different direction that you're not too comfortable with, then always remember you can come back to the middle. Yes, a pear tree in his garden. We used to always eat the pears from it as well. Perfect. I'm going to leave and wrap that message up there with you, my darling, and say God bless you. And thank you so much for allowing me to make a connection with these beautiful souls. God bless you. Okie dokie, producer Richard. Who else is it that we've got joining us here this evening, please? And don't forget, guys, if you have just joined, welcome to Collective Consciousness. It's a little bit different this evening. It's just me, myself, and I. Sadly, my guest medium couldn't join this evening, but we have rescheduled another date for later on in the year. If you are joining for the first time, a very warm welcome to you. If you have just joined, please do remember to share us out there to all of your personal pages and any spiritual pages that you feel may be of relevance to. Wow, I want to go to Debbie Hearn now. I've just seen Debbie Hearn come up on Facebook. Debbie Hearn, there was a picture of little dogs. Yep, you've got it. I want to come to Debbie Hearn because as soon as her name flashed up, I've got a gentleman who's just stepped forward, says, hello, I'm Dad. Now, as he works with me here, Debbie, and he gives me an understanding, I'm just asking him to show himself to me now, please. As he stands in front of me and he starts to show himself to me, you would understand that Dad would have had quite a sense of filling his frame particularly well. I know he has a beard because he shows me a full facial beard here as he connects with me, and he would have had a bit more hair on his head than me as well, Debbie. Okay, I know that he just wants to show that to me as a naturally aging processed beard, so I know that I just need to pick up on those silver grey tones that I'm seeing as he presents that there to me as well. He likes my glasses and he keeps touching my glasses, and when spirit do that with me, that's always an indicator to acknowledge eyesight, or there must have been some type of issues with eyesight, whether that connects with he or indeed you. But please do let me know how you can take that and what context you can take it in. Thank you, sweet. You're saying you're very welcome, my darling. Just do work with me. Continue to work in the comment section and give me the feed with regards to the information that it is that he shares and relays here with us. Yes, indeed. I'm assuming that you're saying yes, indeed, to acknowledging that this is Dad that's making this link and this connection here as well. Why does he want to keep singing to me about those magnificent men and their flying machines? They go up, dilly up, up, they go down, dilly under. I know that I want to talk about there being connections to the Air Force, or there's a love or there's an interest with regards to planes and aviation that he just brings into my mindset here as well. Do you know what? I would have loved to have gone up in a plane, he keeps saying. I would have loved to have gone up in a plane, and I don't mean a commercial flight here, as he starts to chat away into my ears clairaudiently. I know that I would have loved to have sat in the cockpit and sat back to back. Can you understand about a Spitfire connection here? A warplane connection that he just wants to bring into my mindset there, please, Debbie. And again, I will wait for you to give me some feedback as I start to move on with the next process and part of the information that it is that he wants to share here as well. Do you know, I do think, yes, indeed, perfect. I do feel when you're answering, Debbie, just be a little bit more elaborate with what it is that you're answering yes to, just so that everybody knows what it is that I'm sharing, what it is that I'm understanding from your loved one is totally relatable, because we're all nosy and we like to know what's going on in everybody's lives. Yes, he also wore glasses as well. A favourite film, his last journey was an air tattoo. He had a dream of Spitfire. Perfect. Okay, because I knew I just wanted to be sat back to back and I wanted to be in that cockpit with him. So I'm living my dream now, you would understand, please, Debbie, now that I'm spirit side, because I could do everything that it is that I never got to achieve when I was down here on my earthly travels. But saying that, you know what, I do feel as though I have a great sense of achievement with him. He does make me feel as though I'm happy with what it was that I had done and how I lived out my earthly life, because I do feel as though he's a very pleasant soul. He's a very pleasant gentleman. And I do need to use and define that word gentleman in particular as well. And he makes me feel, God love him, that he was happy with what it was that he achieved and he attained all throughout his earthly life here. I do feel very dry. I have to say, in my mouth as he just comes that little bit closer and starts working that little bit harder here with me. So you would understand that there would have been some type of hydration issues that I need to acknowledge and understand that would have been evident towards those later stages of his earthly life. But he also wants to drop that into your lap at this moment in time, because he's given me a sense of understanding and just wanting to give you a little bit of a telling off with regards to saying you're not drinking enough water. So please do let me know how that fits in. And again, if that's relatable and you understand why he shared it in the context that he has there as well. I do get a sense as well, God love him, that it just makes me want to say to you that I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for everything that was done for me. And I feel that he just takes my mindset into those later stages of his earthly life. I don't feel as though I got the opportunity to be this expressive or to be able to say this before I made my transition back home. He dreamt of flying a lot. Do miss him a lot. He was content and dried out a lot as well. God love him, bless him. But again, he only places that understanding with me now. Please be assured and know that now that he's spirit side, all of those conditions that he encountered when he was earthside no longer exist. It's just a way of making sure that I'm getting the correct validation and evidence to share with you so that you know that this is your dad. Okay, my darling. I do, as I say, want to just tap into a sense of just saying thank you so much. Thank you so much for everything that it was that you done for me during those later stages of my earthly life, because I feel very, very humbled and I feel very, very sincere as he shares that information there with me, my lovely. So just before I send him back off up to the angels there, I want to see if I can get a parting gift to leave with you. You took care of him for months, and mum, God bless you. Know that those angels will surround you and give you the love and the support that it is that you need as you go through your own process of repair, because I know that as I share that with you, it gives me a sense that we've been putting that on the back burner and we've not really been addressing this. So call upon the angels when we get those times where we just feel we need that extra support or we need that extra little bit of a lift, and they will always be there to embrace and to give you that love and the support that it is that you need. Right, gift, where are we going, please, my friend? Okay. Now, he brings forward within my mindset, and I feel this is symbolic, but again, correct me, I can be wrong. He never said a lot in a way of thanks, but I knew, perfect, well, now you've got it. Now it's been shared and it's been expressed for you this evening. He wants to give me a Buddha, a sitting Buddha statue. And I know that as he gives this to me, I just want to talk about solace and silence and personal space. And I feel this is very relatable and evident with regards to what is going on with you at this moment in time. So whether or not you've invested, you've gone out, you've bought yourself one of these Buddhas as a visual aid, you would understand. If you haven't, then I want you to focus on using this as a visual aid when you need to sit within that silence, that solace, and regain somewhat of a sense of empowerment. And I'm going to leave that there with you and wrap up your reading and leave lots of love from Dad. And say, God bless you. And thank you so much for allowing me to make that connection here with you this evening, Daddy. God bless you. Okay, producer Richard. Who else is it that we've got joining us this evening? I feel as though I've got a psychic connection needing to be made here. We've got lovely Christine Davies who's saying, card, please, Bill. Christine joins via YouTube. We've also got Kelly McKeaton. Hi there, Kelly. Thank you for holding space and being here this evening. We've got Tainita, who's joining via Facebook. No, YouTube, rather. Lisa Wilkinson, who's saying lovely message. Hello, Lisa. How are you, my lovely? June Malkin. Hello, June. How are you, my lovely? Hope you're keeping well. I'm going to use the Earth Wisdom Oracle card deck next, guys, to make a psychic link connection. Ha ha ha, Glenda Marie, me. Leave it there. Let's give our lovely Glenda Marie a card reading now. For those of you who don't know Glenda is, she is a host here at Spiritual Psychics TV on a Monday morning with the lovely Nick Brown. If you haven't watched their show, you must. They have some really engaging conversation, really interesting conversations, guests, there's card pulls, there's some readings that are exchanged. There's such a lot that goes on within the show. And you know what? They are absolutely flying as a pair of hosts. They've only been brought together very recently. And you know what? I'm gutted because I have to work during the daytime and I sometimes very quickly flip on to see what's going on, and their unison is absolutely bang on. So if you haven't joined Glenda and you haven't joined Nick, please do make sure that you join them on a Monday during the day. What time is it, Richard? Is it 11 a.m.? 10:30 a.m. 10:30 a.m. UK time with Nick and Glenda. Right, Glenda Marie, Psychic Medium. I'm going to pull card for you, my lovely, as I say, from the Earth Wisdom Oracle deck. And the card that's come out of the pack for you is going to go, oh no, rest. Rest, Glenda. Glenda, the first thing that I need to say to you is I just want to connect in on the color connection, the color vibration of this card. And there is that dominance of green. But for me, that always takes me into my heart chakra. This always gives me a great understanding about the personal journey that you've been on, the personal healing process of a journey that you've been on. And this hasn't been something that's been easy to process by any means whatsoever. You can see within the card there that this lady's head is kind of like being highlighted by these waves here. Okay, so for me, this is all about controlling thought process and what's going on with our mind, because I feel as though I need to say to you, Glenda, that, you know, people can hurt us. If they hit us physically, it leaves a bruise, but it goes away, it diminishes, it disappears. But when words are used and when words are expressed, that takes a long time for us to be able to overcome and not carry that forwards with us. I know that there's a great sense of you working on oneself with regards to totally clearing out, decluttering, and removing anything that no longer serves purpose to you. Aha, yes, been trying to before the big journey totally makes sense. Perfect. But I know that there's this great sense of acknowledging, you know, declutter of what's not been serving you. And this I feel I need to be tapping into people, humans, more so than anything else you would understand. I know that as I tap into the rest, this is just giving us an indicator that we just need to rest the mind and be guided with regards to where spirit want to take us next. Okay, and also within this card, there's well, you can see there's a beautiful growth of flowers. This is all about your spiritual journey. This is new birth of flowers. So there's so many new beginnings. There's so many different opportunities that are just waiting to present themselves to you. We've just got to learn to trust the process, Glenda. Okay, and it's really important that I say those words to you. Trust the process. Let me know if that makes sense and you can understand. Number 15 jumps out in the card, but I want to play around with the numbers. I'm going to add 1 and 5 together, go into 6. I want to talk about June as a month of significance that would sit around your birthday, anniversary, or passings. There you would understand, please, my lovely. And there is a great sense, our new beginnings. Oh, I got our new, aha, yes, have been trying. Oh, trust, yeah. Richard, these comments are flying far too quickly. I'm telling him off tonight, guys. That's fine. No, that's fine. As long as I've got some feedback, that's fine. Trust, and she's putting the rainbows. Perfect. Okay, so I know that you're acknowledging that you're just going to tap into that somewhat a little bit more. Talk to me about the June connection, birthday, anniversary, or passing there as well, please, my lovely. And also, just before I wrap up this message here for you, this lady, again in the card, who I depict to being as you, is dressed in those earthly brown colours. Do not forget to make sure that you keep your daily routine of grounding one's self. I do not want to be leaving myself open where you are concerned, especially now that you are embarking on these new travels. So bear that in mind. Take from it what you can, my lovely. Thank you so much for allowing me to make the connection with you. Passing in June connects. Perfect. I'm going to leave that card with you and say, God bless you, Glenda Marie, psychic medium. Thank you for being here, holding space and allowing me to make this connection this evening. We are going to go into an ad break, guys. We're going to be back in a couple of minutes, so don't go anywhere. But if you are bored in the meantime, please do make sure that you share us out there, tag your family, tag your friends, and I'll see you in 2.
Spiritual Psychics TV presents a wonderful evening of mediumship and trance. Our evening is hosted by Nick Brown with guests Bill Hughes, Glenda Marie, David Hale and Minty May. Our exciting event is being held at the Little Port Village Hall, which is in Ely. The date for our magical showcase is Saturday the 9th of September. The price is only £10, which includes refreshments. For ticket information, please visit myspiritualevents.com.
Join us at the Bognor Regis Spiritualist Centre for a captivating mediumship demonstration on Saturday the 11th November from 7:30 p.m. Experience an evening of connection with the spiritual realms, featuring the talents of Bill Hughes, David Hale and Caroline Johnson. For more information and to book tickets, please visit bognorspiritualistcentre.co.uk.
Psychic, I want to. Well, there we go. So there's some exciting things coming up here on SPTV. As you noticed, we do have the trance and mediumship demonstration at Little Port on the 9th of September, hosted by the lovely Nick Brown, myself, David Hale, the lovely Glenda Marie, psychic medium, who I just read for, and Minty May will all be demonstrating our mediumistic gifts. You can purchase your tickets online at SPTV. I'm sure producer Richard will put the link in the bio there for you. If you're interested, it would be great to have your company, to come and meet the hosts, come and say hi, and most of all, let's have an absolutely fantastic evening. So if you're local to Little Port, do make a point of coming along and joining us on the evening. You will not be disappointed. And then you noticed as well that coming up in November, Bognor Regis Spiritualist Centre, we will be live, and again, SPTV will be there. And it's going to be myself, the lovely David Hale, and the lovely Caroline Tinks Johnson, again uniting as a trio of mediums, delivering messages spirit-led from your past loved ones, family and friends. So if you are in the Sussex area, close to Bognor Regis, please do go onto the Bognor Regis Spiritualist Centre's Facebook page or website, where you can pre-order your tickets and secure your seats. Now, Zla Win saying, sounds awesome, but I live in Las Vegas. Oh, bless you, Zla. Well, I do know that they will be live streamed as well, so you will be able to watch the demonstrations of mediumship. However, it's really important that we let you guys know that on the nights where we are doing the demonstrations, the messages will only be going out to those that have purchased tickets to join us within the physical, but it will still be a great view for you to see how we work in the physical as opposed to just online. So again, make a note in your diaries if you do live far away. and join us on the evening virtually, where you can watch it from the comfort of your own home. Now, Wendy Watson is saying hi from Australia. Hello to you, Wendy. Thank you for being here and holding space, my lovely. We've also got joining us here this evening, Jojo, and she joins via Facebook. Thank you for holding space, Jojo. Rebecca Woodley saying, I will be there in spirit. Well, that's absolutely fantastic, Rebecca. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate that. Donna Nicole, Lowell, I'm in Sussex, but Canada. Well, that might be somewhat of a distance, Donna, for you to be travelling. But as I say, join via the live stream. Christina Coffinger, how do you choose to connect to a person? Do you know what, Christiana? It's a strange one. For me, if spirit want to connect, they will just dive straight in when I'm reading names, and I'm drawn to that person in particular. However, when I work psychically, I don't know, for me it's just a draw or a sense of feel of a connection. It could be the profile picture, it could be the comment that you've placed up that just gives me that sense and pull of wanting to make that connection. So I hope that answers your question, and thank you for popping that up there. I really do appreciate it. Okay. Make a trip to South Africa, says Tainita. Well, over to you, producer Richard, for that one. We would love to come to South Africa, Tainita, but you know what? What will be, will be. We'll be guided by spirit. Lovely transcend with Debbie, love and light. Yo, Bill, grateful to catch. Hello, Richard and everyone. If you haven't watched or joined our lovely Debbie Romero, Transcend with Debbie will be on tomorrow, won't it, in fact, Richard? 6 p.m. UK? 6 p.m. UK. If you've not joined Debbie, guys, please do give her... Yes, Richard? Oh, and a special with Stacey Shaw tomorrow for her 3-year anniversary as well, guys. So lots going on with SPTV tomorrow. Please do make sure that you join the lovely ladies. And we've got Tonya Garrett. It says, hello, everyone. You're from Myrtle Beach. Thank you for holding space and being here. Right, I want to make another psychic link connection here, please, this evening, producer Richard. So if you can just randomise the comments a little bit quicker. Let's see where it is that we're going to be taken. Tainita, Kerry, Karina, Millie B, Ruth Townsend, June Mountain. Yeah, they're going quick, that's fine. Lizzie Busy Bright, there we go. Lizzie Busy Bright, Lizzie Busy Bright. Let's go to Lizzie Busy Bright and give Lizzie Busy Bright a reading, please. I'm coming to you, Lizzie Busy Bright, and I'm going on the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck to connect for you here this evening, my lovely. Card that jumps out of the pack is the Sweat Lodge. This is all about inner placement at this moment in time with you, my lovely. This is about finding your own light and connecting into your own power, your own truths and your own understandings here. I know that this figure who I depict to be you in this card at this moment in time is surrounded by light. So I know I'm connecting to a like-minded light worker. However, what I do feel that I want to say to you at this moment in time, please, Lizzie, my lovely, are we looking at moving into a slightly different direction with regards to our spiritual growth or our spiritual work here? This is a sense of me wanting just to say to you, this is where we need to sit within that silence. This is where we need to sit within that power in order to be guided and led by spirit with regards to where we're going to be moving to next. 5 and 4 together. I don't want to give you 54. I want to add them together, come up with 9. I want to move into September. So I'm going into next month as a month of significance that I actually want to connect to the message from this card that I'm delivering at this moment in time. There's an awful lot of orange hue that just sits within the background of this card here, Lizzie. And orange will always draw and take me down into the sacral chakra, as we know is a chakra for pleasure. So this is all about just learning to live within your own truths, understanding and enjoy the experience of life. I don't want to be locking myself away too much from personal issues, you would understand. Spiritual, yes, we need that time to sit. We need that time to dissect and understand. But personally, we need to start going out and enjoying life a little bit more here. I feel as though you've given yourself a sense of closing off or disconnecting, and I just want to be placing you back out there, you would understand as well. You're saying thank you so much. It's absolutely fantastic. Give me a little bit more feedback in the comments, as I say, because it just helps the vein of your message grow, and indeed for everybody that's joining us here this evening, to identify and to understand that you understand the information that it is that I feel I need to share with you. There's that bird that just sits within the card as well. So this is all about freedom of flight. This is all about finding your own wings. I feel at this moment in time that we are, yes, Bill, honestly trying to, perfect. I feel at this moment in time that as we're spreading those wings, we're actually getting somewhat more of a sense of understanding who Lizzie is. I no longer want to be that bird that was suppressed and caged. I now actually want to be that bird that's got that absolute freedom and the potential to go absolutely anywhere or everywhere it is that I choose and so desire. I also feel that the significance of just tapping into that bird also gives me a sense of just wanting to place you into travel at this moment in time, or to acknowledge that we are planning on traveling, going overseas here. And again, this is to fulfill and to enrich not only our soul, but also our understandings and our connections to our own spiritual journey and pathway. So as I wrap that message up there for you this evening, my lovely, I just want to say God bless you and thank you so much for giving me the opportunity of making this connection here with you this evening. God bless. Okie dokie, that was for Lizzie Busy Bright. Shall we do another one, Richard? Yeah, why not? We're on a roll. Roll 'em, Richard, roll 'em. So we've got Kerry Susan Mellins, Melvin Peters, Natalie Bentley, Mary Brinkley. Good evening to you, Mary. Alicia Jane. I feel Alicia Jane needs a bit of guidance at this moment in time, God love her. Shall we connect with Alicia Jane? Alicia Jane, I'm going to use the Earth Magic Oracle deck here for you this evening, my sweetheart. Yeah. Hey, guys, have you seen on SPTV that, well, tonight, Richard, I am gonna divulge it. I don't care that the VIPs know only at this moment in time. I feel everybody needs to be shared with this information. SPTV have created their own Oracle deck of cards, guys, and I'm sure that producer Richard will at some point be placing all of the relevant information up on the SPTV Facebook page and website with regards to giving you a little sneak peek, but also details of how you can pre-order and secure your own pack. So do keep your eyes peeled for that. Now I want to go to our lovely Alicia Jane. Wow, and you're only going to do 200 packs, is that right? So only 200 packs available, guys. So make sure that you get your orders in. Check it out on SPTV's website and indeed their Facebook page. Leisha, I've pulled out the music card for you, harmony. Music and harmony. There's two female figures, first of all, that I'm drawn to wanting to connect to within this card here, my lovely. And I feel at this moment in time that there's a great compatibility, whether this be with a sister or indeed a friend who's very much like a sister, where we are living harmoniously, but there is a sense of needing to find one's own identity at the same time. I've had a rock of support. They've been there for me at my most deepest and darkest times, but now it's time to start spreading your wings slightly and just growing into your own there, you would understand, my lovely. Make your own kind of music as well, as we're tapping into the words on that card here, because I feel as though I need to give you the power back and place that into your hands with regards to saying you and you alone are the only one that can make your own dreams and your reality come true. I don't want to be living in the shadow of my former self, or indeed in the shadow of somebody that's been a solid rock to me throughout that process of change or challenging times there. You would understand, please, my lovely. Do give us feedback through the comments section as well as I'm relating this information to you. So it just helps with the vein of the message continuing to grow. There's also that evidence of that yellow colour that just presents within the dresses there. And for me, this just takes me into solar plexus and connecting with what I call our first brain. So that gut intuition. You know, if somebody says something that doesn't sound right, if somebody does something that isn't sitting particularly well with you, trust it and go with that initially, because I feel as though you've been second guessing or you've been given second chances. No more of that. We need to lie down those borderlines, those boundary lines, so that people know just how far it is that they can come up to, but I no longer want to allow them to step over. You would understand there, please, my lovely, as well. I also feel as though I just want to be moving forwards in this year, and I want to be acknowledging November as a month of significance that would sit or connect with you, please. So do let me know if that makes sense there with you. But it's all about just tapping into that harmony, that word harmony that just sits within the card there. I just want things to be a little bit more fluid around you as I just blend that little bit closer psychically with you. Yes, this makes sense. I have had someone who has been there for me constantly. Absolutely. But I do feel, as I say to you, darling, that I've got to get a sense of having one's own identity now, not disconnecting, because this individual is somebody who has done it from the heart, who has given it to you wholeheartedly, but you do need to be able to find one's own feet as well in order to grow. And that's a natural process anyway. Okay, my lovely. But harmony, I just feel as though I just want a harmonious environment for you to be living within at this moment in time. I feel as though my mind has been toiled. I feel as though I've been troubled. I feel as though there's been noise, there's been disruption that hasn't really served you a great purpose. And now I just want something which is a little bit more harmonious, a little bit more peaceful, a little bit more sereneful. I also feel with you at this moment in time that I want to connect into a break or going away. I don't want to be going on a 1 or 2 week holiday, but I feel as though I just need a long weekend, a long girly weekend, you would understand. You have had a situation at work with a certain someone, but I am moving to a different role now. I haven't been sure about them. I've been second guessing about them. They basically backstabbed me as well. So I've cut ties with them and don't trust them anymore. Absolutely 100%. There you go. So if your gut was telling you that in the first instance, that was a lesson in its own right. Now that you've identified that and you can understand that, moving forwards, whenever you get that feeling or that sense, trust it. Don't let the conscious mind kick in and make you second think or give second chances. And now that you're moving into this new role, move into it with a certain sense of authority, because I do feel that there is a sense of responsibility where that harmony also connects in, where we've just got to bring a sense of balance within the workplace and just unify everybody so that we're all singing off of the same song sheet, so to speak. So again, I hope that makes sense with you, my lovely. As I wrap up that card and that message there for you, I'll wait for your feedback. But in the meantime, I'll say God bless you. And thank you so much for allowing me to make this connection here with you this evening. God bless you, Alicia. And good luck. Who else have we got here? Producer Richard. Let's have a look, see, whilst we're waiting on our lovely Alicia to give us that final bit of feedback. God bless. Much love, everyone. Have a beautiful evening. See you all tomorrow. Beautiful readings from Trans Then with Debbie. Roll 'em, Richard. Roll 'em, Richard. Yo, Roman, bro. Karina Jarvis is joining from YouTube. Thank you for being here, Karina. Really do appreciate you. Bonnie Spencer is joining via Facebook saying hi. Lillian Beasley is also joining via Facebook, popping up some love hearts. Straight back at you there, Lillian. Thank you for holding space, my lovely. Kirsten Good is saying good evening. Good evening to you, Kirsten. Thank you for being here and holding space, my lovely. Kirsten Kern, I am new here and stay and listen a little. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you. Thank you for being here and you're welcome to SPTV and Collective Consciousness as a new joiner. Patsy Simmons joining via Facebook saying hi. Hi to you, Patsy. Joanne Pro joins via Facebook. Joanne Pro. Can we go back to Joanne Pro, please? Joanne Pro, because I'm just feeling and getting a sense of spirit, just wanting to step forward and blend with her. Joanne, I've got a great sense and understanding of a gentleman just making a connection here with me this evening, my lovely. And I do feel as I want to stand Dad's side of the family with him. I do want to go paternal. I do want to acknowledge him as being Dad. But I also need to acknowledge that there would have been that title of granddad also, because I'm very proud of the status of not only just being a dad, but also a granddad. I feel it's really important to say as well that when I reached the status of granddad, I didn't get to see all that were born when I lived out my earthly journey. So I know that as he's passed, we've had new life that's come into the family here that he just wants to acknowledge as well, please, my lovely. I don't feel as though I'm a very big man with him as he starts to give me an understanding of frame and stature, because he feels to me as though he can fit into the dynamics of my frame and he just wants to take me down in my height. So I know that I would stand around about 5'8" with him, you would understand, please, my lovely. And I know that he just wants to give me a great sense of acknowledging his lovely dark head of hair. I feel as though he wants to take me back somewhat within my mindset into his younger or his early days here, you would understand. And I know I'm a looker with him as well, because he gives me a great sense of being a very defined, very handsome looking gentleman. You must have been looking at his younger photographs just very recently and remarking or bringing into conversation just exactly how handsome he was. You're saying, oh my God, yes, but that must have been to the first part of the information that I've relayed. And when I've given it, it's gone. I've forgotten all about it. So please make sure, guys, that if you're working with me, you are being expansive with regards to what it is that you are answering to. Again, as I say, it not only helps the vein of the message, but it also helps everybody else that's joining here this evening be able to understand what it is that you're actually answering to as well, because it is interactive. This is your message. Okay. All right. Yeah, there's something, I'm deviating. There's something that he just wants to bring to my mindset with regards to the revisit or talking about how handsome he was as a younger man, because I do get a shot of black and white images being placed within my line of sight. So I want to be looking at black and white photographs here. You're saying to the baby as well. So the birth of the new baby that's entered the world after he's passed. Okay. And you would understand as well, now that we're connecting to this beautiful little soul that's made its mark here on the earth plane, that I want to be an old soul. I want to be somebody that's been here before. And that's come up in discussion as well, he tells me. It's almost like they've been here before. So you know what? The baby is carrying characteristics and traits of he. And this is very much something that's been seen or is evident. And again, I feel has been shared through conversation here. I know with him as well that he just gives me an understanding that I feel like my process was relatively quick here of transitioning and going over spirit side. I almost feel as though I need to acknowledge that not everybody got the opportunity to say goodbyes or got the opportunity to get to he. And that doesn't matter, he says to me. That doesn't matter, because all that matters is that the memories that were created were the most important aspect of my earthly life. That's the baby in my picture. Perfect. Thank you very much. And you would understand that this little one, this little cutie pie, actually does have those characteristics of he as well. He was handsome, absolutely. He shows himself to me, and as I say, he was a real looker. There's something going on here, what I need to address with regards to dismantling of a bed, or there being the sense of a new bed coming into the home. You have many good memories, and that was what was so important to him as well, because he made me understand that it didn't matter about that last stage of his earthly life before he went spirit. And again, as I say, I do feel that was relatively quick, because I know that whatever it was that I put into all of you, so I know that I'm talking to more than just one, you're not being a singular child, but what I put into all of you was so much more important than anything else, because I love the fact of creating memories where he's concerned. And this was because you just took the bed down. Perfect. There we go. I knew that he was, because he was wanting to draw my focus to like an Allen key and a bolt. And I know that you had a problem with getting one of them unhooked or unhinged as well, because he was telling me that, God love him. But I know that, you know, it just gives me a sense of just wanting to say and to share with you at this moment in time that whatever it is that you're listening to, there's some type of I wish you would give me the song, please. There's some type of repetition to a song that keeps coming on. I don't know if this is in the radio or you're continuously playing it, but there's some type of repetition to this song. And every time it's coming on, it's just bringing in so many memories. And I feel as though it's just placing such a beautiful smile upon many faces, not just one. So this song is connecting to other family members, and it's almost like it's a sign, it's a signal. It's something that he's doing. He's working through music to let you all know that he's around and he's by. So please, again, let me know if you understand what he means by that and why he shared that in the context that he has. We're on the last bit of sorting his house. Bless you. Okay. Can you understand then, please, as we're talking and we're touching on that music, the radio, that you've been listening on the radio and that song's come on more than one time whilst you've been within the house and you've been clearing it down? We say that he adds. Okay, my lovely. Because I just feel that that's really important, again, to want to share there. Why does he want to give me? Why does he want to give me a goose? He's showing me a goose, and his song from his funeral. Bless you. Giving me a goose, he's placing me into a scenario where I feel as though I'm getting chased by a goose, and it's going to bite me on my bum. Excuse me for saying bum on live television, but I've said bum 3 times now. There we go. But and he's making me want to laugh and be naughty as I'm saying that as well. But can you understand this scenario of this goose coming around and biting us on our bottom, please? Because I feel as though I just want to go down memory lane with that as he shares that with me. God love him. Okay. I also feel as though I just need to acknowledge May as a month of significance that would connect birthday, anniversary, or passing. And can you also take May as a name, spirit side, that would connect in some way to him as well, please? Because I feel that's really important to acknowledge there as well. Okay, my friend. And can I just leave you with a sense of wanting to share purple as a flower? I don't know if this would have connected as I'm reading funeral. I don't know if purple would have connected as a colour with regards to his final send-off, whether that's within the flowers itself or purple as a colour connected. Son's birthday is May, thank you. But he just brings that forward within my mindset as a flower. And he wants me, keeps saying to me, put it in your lapel, put it in your lapel. So I know I just want to place that there as well, Joanne. Now, if you're happy with your message, just before I send him back off up to the angels there, I want to see if I can get you a parting gift which isn't taking a bed apart and having a dodgy screw in it. I just want to get something else. Come on, my friend. Oh, can you also understand about clotted cream toffee? Because he's placing the taste of that in my mouth now. So I feel as though he would have been really fond of a bit of clotted cream toffee, not just any toffee. It would have had to have been a special make of toffee, and I feel clotted cream would have been the icing on the cake. You're saying fantastic. That's great. I don't know what you're saying fantastic to, but thank you very much. I'm going to leave that clotted cream toffee with you and wait anxiously for you to give me feedback on that, because I know that I've got a sweet tooth there as he shares that with me. I'm going to say God bless you, Joanne, and thank you. He had it in his car always. Perfect. I'm going to say God bless you. I'm going to leave his love there with you and say, yeah, God bless. And thank you so much for allowing me to make that connection with you here this evening as well, my lovely. Okay, producer Richard, roll those comments. Let's see who else it is that I am connected to. Okay, thank you. Got lovely Crystal Smith, Kerry Thorley, Bonnie Spencer, Karina Jarvis, Donna Nicole. You're welcome, Joanne. Thank you so much for letting me make the connection with you this evening, my lovely. Okay. We've got Lavina Ferran, Cindy Ryan. Can I go to Cindy Ryan, please? I'm going to make a psychic link connection with the cosmic reading cards for Cindy here this evening, please, producer Richard. What have we got that's come out of the bank? Cindy, the card that's come out for you is Be Fearless, my lovely. Be fearless. I feel as though I just want... First of all, there's that lighthouse just in the back of the distance of that card there, okay? This always gives me an indicator that we need to acknowledge home and a sense of going back home or returning home, you would understand. I don't mean the foundations of your own four walls. I feel as though I need to be connecting a deeper understanding with returning back to roots, my home roots with you. There's a great sense of the blue being dominant as a colour within this card. So I know that as I tap that into the roots and the connection of home, I want to be placing a sense of healing and understanding of healing to finalise the process there as well. This lady is kind of like just being carried away or taken within the natural sense of the breeze. So I know as I blend in with you as an individual, you just take life and what it throws at you just naturally, you just go with the flow. But now it's a time where I feel I need to be standing within my own with you and bringing a sense of that wording and saying to you, be fearless. Don't be scared of making decisions that may be slightly somewhat out of one's comfort bubble, okay? Feel into it and understand and trust. Again, like I said to Glenda Marie earlier on, trust that process of where it is that life is now taking you to. Again, there's that sense of that yellow sphere that just presents itself within the card there. So I know, again, that I'm tapping in and I'm touching on the point with you that you are somebody that's totally understood and listened to your gut intuition. But I feel as though we're sitting in that even more so now as a power than we've ever done so before here. But continue to remain to be fearless on this journey, this transition of revisiting. I feel as though we need to go back. Not that we like to go back into the past by any means, but we're going back into revisiting something that we're fully closing down with a sense of healing here and completely closing that door. So I hope that that card relates with you, Cindy. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity of connecting here with you this evening. I'm going to leave my love with you and say God bless you. And God bless each and every single one of you that's held space here with me this evening. I am conscious that we've come to time already. As always, producer Richard, thank you so much for making this happen. You that have shared us out there, thank you so much. We truly do appreciate you. Collective Consciousness will be back in 1 month's time. It won't be back in 2 weeks because that falls on the week of that wonderful demonstration that we've got planned at Little Port. So I'm taking the night off prior to that in order just to be fully prepared for the demonstration of mediumship. Cindy, you're giving feedback saying it relates. Thanks, God bless. So Collective Consciousness will be back on your screens on the 21st of September. I will be joined by guest medium Phil Shaw. So please do make a note in your diaries to come and join us. 8 p.m. UK time, as always, streaming live via Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much once again, guys, for holding space. Thank you for sharing this out there. Thanks for all the thumbs up, the love hearts, and all of your beautiful comments. It really does mean so much to me. Until we all meet again, may the love and the light of spirit be with each and every single one of you. And stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Take care. God bless everyone. Bye-bye. Hello, Dave. Dave is listening to you, Bill. He says hi. Hi, Dave, via June Malkin. Hope you're well, Dave. Take care, my friend. God bless everyone. See you in a month's time. Take care.